Hello, and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the movie Crawl.
As usual, these are our own opinions, and you may or may not agree with us. So leave a comment down below letting us know what you think of this film.
We'll give you a general synopsis of the movie, then get down to the nitty-gritty of the film.
Now, there will be some spoilers, so if you don't want to spoil the film, we suggest you stop watching now.
The state of Florida has issued a Category 5 hurricane warning. All residents must evacuate immediately. Grab your families, your loved ones, and get out.
Dad!
We won't be able to come for you.
Dad! Dad! Oh my God! What happened?
Haley, are you hurt?
I'm fine. Hello, can anybody hear me? I'm trapped with my father in our house in Coral Lake.
Haley!
Please send help.
Haley!
Wait, down here.
Pete, you hear that? In less than an hour, we'll be underwater! Banging on the pipes. Where's their senses? I can distract them for you. You got this! You need to go now.
I'm not leaving you here. Come on, you son of a bitch!
Okay, let's get started. When a Category 5 hurricane hits a Florida town, young Haley ignores the evacuation order to go and search for her father. After finding him gravely injured in their family home, they both become trapped by the rapidly encroaching floodwaters. With the storm strengthening, father and daughter, David and Haley, discover an even greater threat than the rising water level, a relentless attack from a group of hungry alligators. The film begins at the swimming pool where we meet Haley, who is on the school's team. She is preparing to take her turn in the relay race. We are then shown memories of Haley when she was a little girl with her dad, Dave, who was a swim coach. He is telling her how she can win her races as she is an apex predator. Cut back to the main scene and she loses her race and goes to get changed. This is when her sister calls her asking if she has spoken with her dad, as she is unable to get hold of him. Her sister mentions the hurricane and is worried about him. A TV in the background is warning of a Category 5 hurricane and says that residents are being evacuated from their homes. This seems to come as a surprise to Haley.
She then drives to the long-abandoned family home after her dad isn't at his apartment and picks up the family dog, Sugar. All the roads have signs saying roads blocked due to flooding, and she is told by the local sheriff to turn back. She ignores all this and continues to the house.
After calling out his name and getting no response, she hears a radio in the basement and goes down to find him while still calling out his name. As she is on her hands and knees making her way through the crawl space, we see in the background the tail of a rather large alligator. When she finally reaches her dad, he is unconscious and has a nasty wound on his shoulder. She manages to drag him so far when she comes face to face with the massive gator. It then becomes a fight for survival as she soon learns there are actually two gators in the basement who are both hungry and eager to feed.
Having made it to the inside of the house after some dicey moments, the floodwaters finally permeate through the whole house, forcing them to the roof. There is an edge of the seat moment when Sugar, the cute, loyal dog, is forced to swim to his owner, while we know that there is a gator not far from him. in my head I am shouting, "Come on, Sugar, swim!" Last year, Hurricane Michael hit Florida, and here in the UK we had daily reports of it, when it was going to hit and where. So I find it very unrealistic that Haley would have been so blasé about the weather threat.
Typically, houses in Florida don't have basements due to unstable sand levels, so all of the houses are built on a concrete slab foundation, which is then engineered to withstand shifting sand and underlying water movement. The basement also has decorative cut-out features in the walls. Again, this would not happen due to being left open to the elements.
In the film, rescue helicopters and boats are sent out to look for people. This just wouldn't happen during a hurricane. They would wait until the wind and rain has settled down. Winds during Category 5 hurricanes can get up to 156 miles per hour, making this scenario highly unlikely.
Now on to the main protagonists of this movie, the alligators. These gators are all CGI, which in fairness to the actors, you wouldn't want to be in the water with a real one. But I do think they could have had some shots of real gators in the water, just like Rogue and Blackwater did. They also used animatronic gators for the close-up headshots and the swishing tails. I think the CGI in this case was quite well done.
Having said that, the realism of the way the gators behaved was a little off, shall we say. For example, Haley was bitten by a 15-foot alligator 3 times. Once on her arm, once on her leg, and then her shoulder, while the gator has her in a death roll. Now, if you have watched any wildlife documentaries, you would have seen footage of him doing the notorious death roll on, say, a zebra. It is an impressive, powerful display of the gator spinning while their large jaws are holding onto their prey. Gators have a bite force of around 2,125 pounds per square inch, enough to bite through steel. And yet, in this scene, Haley and the gator spin around gracefully like they were part of an underwater ballet performance.
We have to add that after each of Haley's attacks, her injuries are quite minor, with just a little blood in places. Her father, on the other hand, well, that poor guy suffered quite a lot, and some of his injuries are graphic and gory. Alligators are one of the more laid-back crocodilian species and rarely come into contact with humans. Since 1948, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Committee records show that only 23 humans have been fatally injured due to an alligator attack, unlike the 87,000 alligators that have died at the hands of humans between 2000 and 2005. As usual, humans proved to be more deadly of the species.
Our standout performance of this film is Sugar the dog. He's the only one who seems to have any loyalty for this family. And as an audience member, I wanted him to survive as he was the only one I cared enough about. As usual, with these kind of films, I was cheering on the animals for the win.
Yes, me too.
Finally, if you are looking for a creature feature that you don't need to engage with too much and like a few jump scares between man and beast, then give it a go, but keep your expectations low.
We give this movie 2 out of 5.
Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And also, what are your opinions about this film? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know it down in the comments below. And also, if you've got any suggestions for future films for us to review, let us know as well. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.